So I'm going to talk about the common issues that JCU University students usually face. And sorry for my voice and nose because I'm sick, but I think since they are going to have a new enrollment, so I decided to make this video. Common issues for a JCU University student when they just start their school life in first week is they don't know what is the LearnJCU, what is Student First, what is the e-service portal, and not to forget about like where is the toilet, where are the classrooms. But I think the location of the classroom and toilet are not so difficult to find out. But main point is usually students concerned about where they can get their study materials and how they can apply the leave or check on their lesson schedule. So first of all, I will talk about LearnJCU. LearnJCU is the website, like a blackboard, for you to upload and download your learning material according to your subject. And for assignment submission, most of the time, the deadline is set to the Australian time. Yes, that is kind of surprising because after all, JCU University is an Australian school, despite we have a branch in Singapore. So you have to be aware of your deadline time. And usually they set the deadline at 11:59 p.m. And that is the crucial time that a lot of people like to do last minute work and they just like to submit like near 11 plus. Me as an ex-student, especially for an IT student, I would like to suggest you guys not to do that, not to do a last minute work, because a lot of time, like 11 p.m. onwards, the deadline may be like, okay, 12 June, 11:59 is the deadline, but you want to submit at 11:50 or 11 p.m. The server will tend to be very slow because a lot of people are just like you, want to submit the things last minute, do the things last minute. So if you want to submit on time, you gotta do it in advance. That's so easy. Do it in advance and try to submit letters by 10:30. Don't do it later than that. And for our Blackboard, we do have a system to check plagiarism, to check the copyright issue, or maybe you copy some other people's work. The system basically compare your document with other people's document and can find out very accurate percentage how much you have copied. And that's also how the lecturer can find out whether you ask someone else to do your work or you copy your classmates' work. Okay. Now I will talk about Student First. Student First is another website that created by JCU University. Student First is a website for you to apply a leave. Okay, so now I'll talk about leave. Leave, we have medical leave and compassion leave. Medical leave will require you to consult a doctor and get a medical certificate. It looks like a receipt actually. So you will have to get the medical number on the medical certificate, and you will have to fill up the online form on the portal and submit. The school will process and approve it. Another one is compassion leave. Compassion leave can consist of maybe funeral, or you go on a travel trip, or sometimes they accept you for being absent for an interview, these kind of things. So, but compassion leave, that page, actually it looks like the medical leave page. I used to have the problem to apply a compassion leave because they asked for a medical number. Then I was like, what? So I consult the school who is in charge of the school attendance. I asked them, how am I supposed to apply a overseas trip leave? And especially when the compassion leave asks for a medical number. They told me you can just give a random number on the medical number for compassion leave. Remember, it's for compassion leave. You don't try to treat them for medical leave. They have the way to find it out. And not only you have to write some reasons and a date you'll be absent, you have to attach an image or document like your medical cert. You have to attach or your flight ticket or maybe a screenshot of your upcoming interview, so they know that you're not lying. Because in JCU, a lot of students like to skip a lesson. I know that shouldn't be a way, or they like to be tricky, so that's why they are quite strict with the student attendance. And trust me, the school always has a way to find out whether you're lying to them. So now I have talked about LearnJCU, student first. Another thing is e-portal, the eStudent service portal. That is the portal for you to update on your contact details and check your result. So result, usually they say like on this date, maybe on 12th June, they say, oh, we will have result released on 12th June. So usually we in Singapore, we assume that, oh, so you release on 12 a.m. sharp, 12 a.m. sharp, 12th June. But actually it will be released at 2 hours earlier in Singapore time, because it is already released in Australia. So if you are like desperate like me and my fellow friends who are very aware of their own result, you can just check your result at 10 p.m. Yes. And after all, if you really need help, you can always ask the student there. We have student leaders from student council. We have the mates from MathSheet, and anyone are always willing to help you in case the staff are busy. And usually, trust me, I think the old student there are actually more aware of what to do than the staff, because usually the staff are just too busy. And okay, we have another thing is for our printing service, you need to pay by the eSlink card, which is the Metro card, or you can just pay by cash. That is kind of common sense, yes. Yeah, I think that's all about the common issues, because people tend to confuse between LearnJCU and the Student First portal. Because during the orientation, it was too long and draggy. When you reach that important part talking about the student system and portal, people tend to just ignore or just maybe enter from the right ear and get out from the left ear. That's why I have friends like a freshman ask me about where to get the subject material and how to apply leave. Then I must tell you that Student First is very useful. It shows you the weather, which may not be necessary whether apply leave. It also shows you your lessons, like your lesson time, your lesson menu, and on Student First you are able to find out your classroom because there's a map, so they show you where's your classroom. So new students should really rely on Student First, because I know a lot of students like to check on their check on the classroom time, the classroom venue, and the timetable right outside of the student service entrance, the student hub entrance. And I would say that it's not very efficient because they do have to show a lot of other major lessons. So you gotta just stay there and wait, especially if you're gonna be late. You are not supposed to just stay there and wait. You should have just checked on your phone on the student first portal before you even enter the school. Yeah. So that's all. JCU University, and because I have already graduated last year, December in 2017. So I will try to help as much as I can. If you guys have any question, you can just comment down below. Yeah, bye.